as the Bible moved from a Middle Eastern, almost like Jewish culture into the wider world. And they tried to find forms of words which would clarify things.
And so today, as one of our callers said, we have these scriptures that have been accepted,
Yes.
that have been ratified, and we've got Genesis to Revelation that is there for us to learn from, is
Yep.
there for us, for the Holy Spirit to interpret to us and to communicate with us, which is very, very important. And the Holy Spirit wants to teach us through this, and He wants to. This is God's heart, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I think so often what we end up with, it's a book and it's printed like any other book, bound like any other book. It reads like any other book in the sense of the words, but I mean very different. But it's and yet it's the heart of God revealed to man. Therefore, the way that we take time over this book is so vitally important.
Absolutely, and we must take the book on its own terms. It would be easy. I use this illustration, and we talk about the book being like a car manual or whatever. Well, we understand. I think we understand what we're saying but it's not like that. It's not written like that. It's not as you can't go down the list and pick out the section on this, that. It's not tidy.
Yes.
It's organic. It's rooted in poetry and letters from one person to another. And let's enjoy the Bible, not just as a place where we plunder it for proof text for what to believe, but let's read the stories. Let's savor the stories. Let's put them into songs. Let's create poems out of them. Yeah. Let's just get excited because it's a good story as well.
You said at the beginning, one of the things you really want to do is to give folks some encouragements and some pointers of how they can dig into this word very clearly, and how they can find truth and reality within this word. Share some of those things with us, JT.
Okay, I think we just need, all of us as Christians need to face up to the reality. And I'm going to say some things now which I believe are honest, and which often we don't face up to. The fact is, the Bible is a very old book.
Yes.
It was completed nearly 2,000 years ago. We are asking people in the 21st century not to read Shakespeare, not to read some other documents like Beowulf from the Middle Ages or the Dark Ages. We're asking people to read a translation of a document over 2,000 years old. That is not easy. And so let's face up to that fact and realize that this isn't, and particularly as the whole literary, if you like, put it this way, there are less people reading books these days than before. I work a lot with young people, I know. So when we come to the Bible, let's recognize that we're not picking up latest bestseller from the bookshop, okay? We're reading ancient documents. I understand there might be a question.
We've got some callers on, so we've got two more callers. We'll take these two and then we'll close the phone lines. You can email us, and if we don't have a chance to finish it tonight, I will make sure you get emails, and we will be revisiting this. But first of all, we've got Caroline from Manchester. Hello, Caroline.
Hiya.
What can we do for you?
I'm calling because I'm quite a new Christian. I'm a young Christian.
Welcome to the family, Caroline.
I've just listened to what you were saying about the Bible and how it's quite a hard book to read.
Right.
And it doesn't interest. And I'm also, because I work with a lot of young Christians, and I think the biggest problem that they have is being interested in the Bible.
Yeah.
There's no, for them, it's just, they prefer to read the OK magazines or what you can get. And I'm just wondering what you say on that.
How do you make it interesting?
I've produced a number of aids for young people. So if you reach out to office an email and ask for JT's Bible aids for young people, I'll send you a few copies.
Okay.
What I would say is that, and this is part of what I was going to say, get them to read a good translation. Yeah. I would strongly recommend the New Century Version. I really would. New Living Translation is okay as well. instruct them that they mustn't read from Genesis to Revelation. That will slay them after about 3 books. Get them to read a Gospel, then James, and then a book of Acts. That will get them really into it. Get them to read some of the Psalms. Get them to rewrite the words of the Psalms in their own language, to create songs and poems and raps. So that it's rather than just trying to read a difficult book, they're actually engaging, thinking about what it's saying, trying to reflect its understanding. And you'll find they'll fall in love with some of the stories as well.
Okay.
Okay. So if you contact Reach Out Trust, you can find us. If you Google us or contact the office, then we will make sure you get that. If you want that information, if we've helped you, ask for it. We'll gladly pass it on to you.
All right.
Okay. And anything else you need, you just come back to
also,
us.
earlier on you were talking about the Muslim Islam.
Yes.
I'm actually a convert, so I used to be a Muslim
Really?
in the Manchester area. But one of my biggest concerns is how you can get faith. So I'm working with new Christians, and one of the questions, I've only been a Christian for about 8 months now, but how they can get faith. What's the biggest question that gets me? How do I believe in something?
Yes.
When you pass them the Bible, they look at you and look me in the eye and tell me that this is 100% true.
Right.
What would you say if someone asked you that question?
I wouldn't start there personally, because wherever you start at that point, is this 100% true? Whatever you say, they will somewhere have the pet things that they've been told, and suddenly they will be sowing doubt. So I wouldn't start by trying. I would start on really introducing the person. What are they looking for?
Right.
In other words, what in their faith? So I would talk with them and find what in your faith are you looking for? What do you hope to achieve? What do you want to do? You're obviously very genuine about it. What are you looking to do? And then start comparing that with your faith, with who you are, with who Jesus is, what you know about him. And you begin from there so that you build up this picture that really what they are looking for, eventually they're going to reach a pitch where they're not sure they're going to be able to get it.
Right.
But you're going to be able to communicate a different... And so it's without nastiness, you're not having a go at each other, you're just communicating where you're coming from. If you need help with that, do contact us. If you phone the office, the Revelation office, on the website, you've got their phone number, etc. Then do that. Ask them for Reach Out Trust details. We'll let you have them, and we'll gladly help. I tell you the other thing, Karen, I'd love to hear something of your story sometime.
Yeah.
So do please make contact with me, because I really would love to hear your story and to help you with that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bless you, Caroline.
Bye.
Yes.
Can I say she should contact the Barnabas Trust
Yep.
for some information.
Yeah.
Barnabas Trust, and they'll give you some really good stuff.
Great.